In meeting people, you're meeting practice or the lack of practice. Neuroses or the lack of neuroses. Suffering or the lack of suffering. Knowing or the lack of knowing. Everything being relative, the lack is no better than the fullness of what it is, really. Then it becomes a question of who you draw to you and for what reason. To hold you back, to set you straight, to lift you up. See? To validate what? That you need validation of. Fulfilling what in your case? Assuming everyone is a piece of the puzzle, maybe? Well, what pieces are these people playing in your life puzzle? How do they fit in? Not by their standards, but by your standards. And maybe then your standard of practice. So that what it is between you is more in the spirit of less neuroses, more intelligence, less self-confusion, more heart openness and radiance, perhaps. Less selfishness, more gracefulness.
Yeah, and certainly people show up for their own purposes also. But that doesn't seem like a fair way to judge whether or not or how to engage them.
So it's not about their purpose, it's about your purpose. So your deeper purpose, not about anybody else's whatever purpose, your deeper purpose. When you are functioning from the practice of being in the spirit of the deeper purpose, then you might even know what they're doing without them saying anything. It's a quiet side of knowing that we need to be attentive to as we move along the path, a purification.
And this is all relatively on the level of self and other discussion. Like, there is purpose, there is other, there is self. Those things are showing up at this level. And you've talked quite a bit about there being a level of realization and operation where none of that is showing up, none of that is a concern, none of that is valid.
Well, the other is the universe. So that's the other, it's the universe, not a personality or a person. So when we say, well, we are focusing on the other, then for the moment it could be said that that's your idea of the universe, other. Or that's your idea of your universe, other. So the other here is really about the universe. And as a matter of purificational intelligence, seeing where the individual is relative to their balancement in terms of what they are in the form of the heart is the universe. So you have self and other represented by the words heart, right? Heart, self, and the universe, the other, the big other, which is not a division at all. What heart, what universe? See, the lesser other is somebody else or some other body. Ordinarily, that pertains to the level of physical reality. Your body, their body, other bodies. And we are speaking from the reference of karma, parts and pieces. And the problem for most people, how they are trying to take advantage of their karmic circumstances by managing or manipulating what they call their others. Where in the spiritual works, other is not physically anything other. Other is the essence of the entire and total situation, including all beings and all things, all levels, all realities. See, that's other. See? Maybe that's realization. Perfection. Other than selfishness and suffering, self-division, confusion, unhappiness. Because other than that, not another people, but another condition, another state, outside of yourself. And maybe touching the real. Super real. The only other worth considering. Maybe.
Who needs which specific teachings?
Everyone needs specific teachings. What those things are, you find out on your journey. 'Cause these things that are called specific teachings are the situations of your karma, and how you fare in the midst, and in the process, let's say, of resolving some of these, whatever they call, problems. It's all about the problems, or the perception of problems. Just as we're talking about the perception of others, when we're really talking about more karma, not just others, we're talking about others in terms of karma. See? What they take or bring to your situation. What they relieve or what they stress in your case. See? Or in anybody's case, not personal. Then, for many, it's what they fill their heads with, preoccupy themselves with, bore themselves with, animate themselves with, divide themselves with. And that's very specific, if you can perceive it as such. So specific, you can undo it, and relieve yourself of it. So clear, so well remembered, you can undo it. It seems that for many they're going forward into karma when they need to go backwards away from karma to no karma.
That's something you've written about in Divine Agreement relative to your different levels, to know mental levels. You need to know that from beyond the mental level. You can't just think about it.
The opposite. What is the opposite of it? Say, what is it not? Say, if you have emotional issues, do they disappear because you have them? Or can you move away from them, in a manner of speaking, in the process of regaining some sense of source for your purposes or its purposes? So, no emotions. Zero emotions. That's as if you're going back to sleep, to deep sleep. The power of deep sleep. The presence of deep sleep. The silence of deep sleep. Practice. What is other in deep sleep? Who is other in deep sleep? So can you experience deep sleep when you are you? Or only you? Can you experience deep sleep when you are not you? Whatever that is. And all the different beings which may constitute your sense of you-ness.
It seems like deep sleep. Well, maybe a better question is, what is deep sleep?
Better question is, who are you that sleeps or awakens? Yeah. And if there is an awakening, who awakens? What is the awakening process? When is it? Where is it? Why is awakening awakening? Despite all the psychodrama that we meditate on ordinarily, second by second, so blink by blink, breath by breath, wave by wave, pulse by pulse. Can we ever let those things happen of themselves? And the heart just beats. The eyes just see. The ears just hear. The nose just breathes. The mouth just tastes, eats, swallows. The body just feels alive. The awareness knows itself. It's the clear, true, here, Can you be two when you're actually one? Can you be one when you pretend to be two? Mm-hmm. And because you are two, can you go deeper to oneness? Are you two in your head? Or are you two in your heart? Or are you two in your body? Then maybe you're two in your mind. Are you ever two in your soul? Is two a problem to be solved, or is two the solution? To test the experience, and or in some cases suffer, because there's two. Maybe two is too much. For those in the wave of oneness, selfless oneness. Do you win or lose as selfishness, or do you win or lose as selflessness? See? Is your purpose to remain divided? Or is it to open into oneness beyond division, beyond difference, beyond the dilemma of self-otherness? No self, no other, no other, no self. Can anyone afford to be that deep and that liberated, where you witness distinctions and differences disappear from your awareness? Can one imagine being beyond yourself, and thus more the universe, more the cosmic intelligence of the universe, maybe even more a part of the creative mind? The higher brain function of Supersoul. And this clear light peace. Stillness. Silence. And spaciousness. All-knowing nothingness. Heart awake. Always here. Already gone. See, the script of these, let's say, insights are not personal. They don't belong to me or necessarily anyone else, but to everyone. It's like heart speech. See, is spacious in nature. The heart is not speed. The mind maybe is speed. The heart of itself, as it is, it's peace. It's not speed. It's here-ness. calm, clear units. The speech of that is the speech of that. It's not anybody's opinion of it, it just is what it is. And so as there's a body of space, there's a speech of space, working towards the mind of space, working towards the heart of space. And each phase is a development of more extreme openness to zero heart space. Mm-hmm. True heart space. Peaceful, healing heart space. Stopping, listening, looking, and feeling heart space. Not a bunch of this. But this. And coming from here down to vulnerability to heart space. Good practice. Huge space. Ah space. And Om space. Yeah space. Some yeah. Give me some yeah, baby. Just yeah space. Just yeah, Hugh.
Here.
So you know it, and then you know you can't know it. And can you really know it when you know it? Do you know what you're looking for when you know it? Can you know what it is beyond knowing and searching? Could it be right here? Always? Here? Just here? Could it be that simple, direct, and true? It always is. So the search is just itself avoiding itself. Avoiding what it is and fearing loss of self, and thus fearing freedom from self, which represents bondage to specific programs, which are, for the most part, functional and maybe necessary at the cultural level, conventional level, beyond which there's no function to such limitations and programs. They're not with you in deep sleep. You're not plagued by them in deep sleep. And that's every night, every time you go to sleep, which means they don't belong to you. You don't belong to them. They don't need you. Why do you cherish them so intensely? So the suffering, the grumbling mind forms and emotions, because you're not ready for love. You're afraid of love, so you don't surrender to love. When you surrender to love, there's no grumbling, there's nothing going on. No. Real love. It's not emotional, self, sort of pleasing love. It's not anything like that. Consider a mother's love. It's not about self-pleasing. It's direct, it's emergent, it's urgent, it's constant. the open to data and information coming in about the child or the children. So they need to know, so they're wide open. They want to hear it all. So, and that's what love is like too. It wants to feel it all. Wants to feel the all. It's real love is true heart love. So, who wants that? For real? Who wants that over your emotional, mental, intellectual grumblings about this, that, and whatever? Confusion. Those in that state fear liberation, because it's the end of their round of grumbling. It's a deadly fear of having the self deflated and destroyed or crushed. See? In the light of real love, peace, wisdom, and freedom. To be the heart, the freedom to be love itself, undone. See? Mm-hmm.